Hi everyone and welcome to ACG, the place you can come to for no bullcrap reviews of everything from indie titles to the largest AAA games. They ask for your money and I'm going to review it. It's the circle of life with the occasional big publisher taking the part of those creepy ass hyenas in the movie The Lion King. So stand up and be counted as we're going to look at graphics, gameplay, sound, music, voice, and of course, fun factor. Today, I'm bringing you the review for Shadowblade Reload, a game by Dead Mages. And no, I don't mean mystical men and women of mighty magics made the game. That's the name of the company. And today, they're bringing you a game that promises to mix the technology of today with the old school gameplay of Shinobi, Legend of Cage, and maybe even a little Ninja Gaiden, minus the Ninja Dog mode. So let's do this. This is the caffeinated review for Shadowblade Reload. Hot ninja on machine gunner action, double jumps, rebar impalement, and kung fu theater reenactments. Is it Onikari, or is it that Star Wars kid playing with his lightsaber in his backyard? Let's check it out and see. Remember, if you like this review, then subscribe. It helps me and doesn't cost you a thing, but basically instantly informs you of cool new videos I'm making. The interaction of satisfaction, gameplay is up first. You know, ninjas enjoy their fighting like they enjoy their strippers thick, and you find that out in seconds because the game basically dumps you into a story halfway into its second act as you're a student in a dojo being attacked by enemies, and it's your job to save the day in what can only be described as possibly the worst designed dojo ever. I'm not really sure how anyone gets anywhere in here, but having it set up this way at least guarantees that the students who get to practice are already at least somewhat badass. But I guess in the end that level design makes sense because the game is a 2D action platformer with all the trappings as the title becomes a fight to escape the dreaded left side of your computer screen as you jump, double jump, cancel jump, wall slide, impale, shuriken, and rush your way away from it as fast as you possibly can while pretty much just running to your right. Despite the incredible assorted weaponry and skills you're hiding in your little ninja man purse, such as cancel jumps and rushes and double jump impalements, and a shuriken that hits with the force of a 12-gauge Benelli shotgun in a liquor store robbery, the enemies bring the heat as well. These guys are constantly introduced with comic book introductions and the name of their class flashing below them. Guys who carry flamethrowers, machine guns, and of course, the tried and true favorite of every home self-defense aficionado, the dreaded ninja homing missile. Because of course, everyone needs one of those. And for dodging those awesome weapons and enemies, you're going to need good control, and the control here is absolutely spot on, surpassing the sometimes heralded, sometimes not really liked Swindle, leaping past the easily controllable Onikiri, and coming to stand peacefully beside titles like Ori and the Blind Forest, and other titles released this year that have been applauded for excellent character handling. Absolutely everything within the game when it comes to control feels perfect, with a surprising duality presenting itself almost instantly that's directly attached to that excellent control. You see, the interplay of speedrun gameplay with affordable movement, excellent level design, and wicked animations means that the game is at its best when it's played one step past your ability to think. A moment-to-moment exercise of instinct, natural speed, and expectancies that can be unexpectedly broken by multiple paths, unexpected closure of safe passage, and unwanted guests. This is a game that sits both in the speedrunning category, but it's also heavily influenced by that pause and pounce gameplay dynamic that allows for both styles of gamer to excel. The thing is, Shadowblade begs to be played at full speed, but its true beauty lies also in moment-to-moment action, and then let's not forget there's also the timer counting down your completion of the level, which is of course attached to your bonus, and unlike Airscape The Fall of Gravity, where the levels defied any and all sense of fluidity, here the entire game is about fluidity with speedruns and surprisingly other manners of assorted techniques absolutely soon to follow and be YouTubed for various eyeballs around the dirty earth. The game simply never throws anything at you that you can't handle, and surprisingly enough, I discovered I was able to handle a menage a dectuple, which is French for House of 10 and some drones for battle backup. I should know, I looked it up. Boss fights are not only fights, but occasionally very cool interactions and change-ups that I wasn't expecting, and it's a solid bonus in the gameplay department, even if they were momentary changes at the best of times. Of course, as with many games like this, once you complete a level, whether by killing everyone, exploring everywhere, or rushing to the ending, you're greeted with a score and sometimes a comic book gameplay moment before either moving on or picking the next location. Additionally, the game has various difficulty unlocks that change a large aspect of the level themselves. The difficulty levels are basically normal, hardcore, and master classes, or I began to call them probably, maybe, and nope. Guys and gals, this is truly a mix of the Blind Forest with well-timed jumps and sometimes split-second timing needed, with the excellence of older Shinobi and Strider gameplay, which sometimes was a little bit more methodical. Honestly, man, this is just something that has to be seen to be believed, and played to be believed. It is amazing. Moving on to sound, music, and voice.
Is he
Who
Crow?
the hell are you?
Possibly the last man you'll talk to.
Go to hell! Catch me if you can.
First up is sound, and it's excellent. No matter if you're wall leaping across swishing blades with questionable cause for being there, or if you're fighting two flamethrower carrying bikers, and a dude with a rocket launcher with a missile that wants to give you a violent hug, the plain and simple fact is, it's great throughout. Though mostly lean on the effects, it's clean, the range is good, and at times it's that instinctual reaction you have to the sound effect that tells you that the way is clear, or that you're gonna live through that particular battle. And that, of course, brings us to music, and man, I am in love. Through your 50 plus levels of speedrunning glory, the track is hammering away behind you, whether it's this sedate but still throbbing music playing in abandoned locations, or the techno beats of a stripper club that apparently pays their strippers in Big Macs. The plain and simple fact is that this music was ecstasy to my ears, a techno and ambient score with tracks that mimic the locations well, and interactions between power-ups dynamically changing the music as you go. I mean, who could ask for more than that? Well, I could. I want more. Seriously, whoever made this track, whoever made this score, please, more. It's amazing. Voice. And not so amazing. Okay, see, the problem with this is that you can't tell if they're trying to mimic USA Channel's Kung Fu Theater on Sundays in the morning when I was a kid, or if it's just that sort of bad. I'm gonna go with the middle ground. It wasn't great, but your dojo master and a couple bad guys kept the game on the acceptable range, while the main character and a couple others had some cringe-worthy moments. Yellow and blue make green, or in this case, some good and some bad, make this voice track okay. Graphics. I gotta hand it to him. The level's challenging verticality is sort of mixed with assorted traps, enemies, and special effects, and had me wondering if they were going to be able to pull it off, but man, did they. Where other games have recently failed merging graphics and gameplay, sometimes making the game artificially hard, in Shadowblade there's this minimalistic style overlaying what can be, at times, fairly complex scenarios of movement, death, and movement again. Animations are excellent, and enemy design ranges from good to stellar. But it's the levels themselves that are so great here, like a Neo-Tokyo-like level with subway trains racing past you, reminding you of that one Shinobi level you could never get past, or the sedate mountain level with peaceful pastel tones, offsetting the smorgasbord of bad guys inside the buildings that would want nothing better than to add Ninja Killer to their resume. Graphically, everything is just designed with an elegance, but also a very mechanical artistry that's functioned both on the screen and as a gameplay element. Fuck having stuff just shooting around a level because it looks good. Here, if it's there, it's meant to be, and it fits an aesthetic that's both ultimately pleasing to the eye, but rewarding in some gameplay element. One problem, though, I personally found is that at times the characters on the screen were just a bit on the small side, and sometimes the amazing killing animations were difficult to see. I mean, who doesn't want to see a ninja somersault over someone and chop their head off at the same time? That's PG-13 fun right there. Who wants to miss it? Fun factor. Plain and simple, guys, this is glorious. Whether you're speed running through a level for the first time or exploring the many ways of a level the second or third time, or on your 10th time trying to kill everyone without ever stopping forward progress, the game is absolutely a treasure. This is the first game to get me sweaty while playing since I imported that one Japanese title from the Special Store. Bonuses. You know, this is something new, but this game includes a level maker, and though I broke it the very first try, the fact is that I was able to create a somewhat fun and playable level almost instantly, and that's quite a treat. It's not for everyone, but hey, you get the game and you get a bonus editor, and that's something I'm going to mention. So I rate games on a buy, wait for sale, rent, or never touch it rating scale. This is a buy. It's $12.74 for 50 plus levels, a level maker, many distinct but subtle ways to play the game, and a mastery of level design that's nowhere to be seen from many games currently being released, and that yours truly has had to trudge through. So that's it for me. I hope you liked the review. If you did, give it a thumbs up, maybe like it, send it around, spread it on Twitter, whatever. And if you disliked it, give it a thumbs down as always, and make a comment in the YouTube section. Peace out.